Papadopoulos. You see that happen sometimes in hockey.
Yeah, there's an opportunity. I mean, he's so well respected in the room, and I know that these guys really respect him, and you hear up throughout the room, best captain I've ever had, and so that's important to have that type of leadership.
Parent, when do you expect him to get it?
He'll be here tomorrow.
Okay, very good.
You said after the Lehigh Valley game that there was an emphasis on guys kind of making their case for some of the opportunities in the playoff lineup. You worked yesterday. You said you were going to work yesterday.
Yeah, we worked.
Now you had a day to sit on it and think about it. Are those decisions becoming any clearer at this point?
Yeah, I think some guys made it, over the course of time, have made it difficult, which is a good thing. You want to have those as a coach, is you want to be able to, if you're making tough decisions, guys are playing well and you're healthy. So those are real positive from that perspective, and guys made a case for themselves going in. And now I think over the next couple of days, it's important to see who's healthy, who's going to be ready, and then try to come up with the best group we think can help us on Friday.
Are Peril and LeBlanc two guys that could strengthen their cases this week during practice for postseason time?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important that when guys are when you're making certain lineup decisions of maybe how you want your team to look going into a certain game, a lot of times how guys practice, their attention to detail, their energy level, what they're doing that week in practice sometimes can tip the hand that way.
Is that a tough choice between those two, if there's a choice between them, because they both are big physical guys?
Yeah, I think it'll be a tough choice whoever sits out, because I think that you look down the stretch, our team's played pretty well, and guys have done a nice job. So, but with those two guys in particular, they're both veteran guys, so to speak, as far as being here in Wilkes-Barre and pro experience and being part of our group. So anytime, if we have to make any of those types of decisions, it's always difficult, but it's also a good problem.
Kuhnhackl had 6 goals in the playoffs last year with Wheeling. You really haven't seen much of him here in the playoffs yet. Are you anxious to see what he could do in the AHL playoffs?
Yeah, I think it's got to be, he's ready for it. I think he's really put his time in over the last couple of years, and I think you look at his regular season, and for a guy like him, he's playing some of his best hockey here down the stretch. So we're excited to see him, what he can do, and what his elevation level is in the playoffs.
We talked a lot about defense and all the possible changes and scenarios. Goers played a studying force for you in last year's playoffs, the 16 games. Are you looking for the same from him this year, be a studying force?
Yeah, absolutely. He's another guy. He knows, he has that presence about him just in his preparation, but he's another veteran guy that has the experience, and you want to have those guys in your room saying and doing the right things. And for Barry on the ice, he's a guy we want to be able to rely on to play in important situations for us.